Hello everyone, it's Sid Grosvenor, your Lake Chapala information guy and buyers only exclusive realtor. And I'm looking at the ladies waving at me. Hello, how are you? And we're going to take a little tour now. We're at the corner of Colon and Ocampo. I'm going to walk along, going south towards the lake, and we'll pass a number of interesting shops and restaurants and so forth along the way. I see a fake on the left here. It says chocolate and churros. Churros is a type of pastry that is deep fried. Of course, there are real estate offices along the way here that show homes for sale and for rent. And a place here called Monta del Lago. I'm not sure just what that is. Looks like a nice shop with lots of nice stuff inside. And there's all sorts of little curio places and neat things to do as you walk along. It's really a kind of a shopper's paradise. Here's another one. And here's Tango, which is a very popular restaurant. Some of the best food in the area here is at the Tango restaurant, or Tango, however you say, Ajijic Tango. And they have great food. My favorite is the Aranchera, and they're open evenings and during the day as well. They have a special lunch special, and there are real estate offices along the way here. This one is Ajijic Real Estate. And another great restaurant is Los Telares, aquí on the left side. And another looks like a kind of a dress shop mainly, or jewelry and so forth. There's all sorts of little interesting shops along the way here. Have cotton clothes, embroidered things, men's shirts, or what have you. And what do we have here? Let's see here. We have a fabric store. And it looks like all kinds of artistic things and fabrics of all kinds. Paintings, I see. It's a very unique shop, as most of them are here. You know, you won't find cookie cutter type places here. You'll see lots of individual, unique places all through the area, and especially here in Ajijic. And we have Mi Mexico, My Mexico, on the left here. We'll have gifts. The sign says regalos, which is gifts, folk art, and so forth. And here's a local hotel that's pretty good, especially for single people. It's called Hotel La Estancia, and they're open 24 hours. And if you didn't need to have a car, because there's not a very good place to park, you see their rooms. There's a pretty garden back there. They have breakfast in the morning, and you walk along a path back there, and the rooms are on either side of the path. That's here at La Estancia. And it's very convenient, and most people that have stayed there have told me that they enjoyed their stay there. And you'll see that we have dogs laying on the sidewalk from time to time right here. They're not really strays. Usually they're looked after, but they take it, you know, the air here is fairly thin because we're 5,000 feet above sea level here. So the dogs take a cue from that. They're not dummies. They take an afternoon siesta. Let me pan around here and show this little buddy. He's sound asleep. So and you see he doesn't have a collar, so he's not a dog that belongs to anybody. He sort of belongs to everybody. Oh, here's around the corner. Here's another little buddy, and they get out of the afternoon heat and get in a corner somewhere where it's cool. He looks like he's beginning to wake up. And here we are. This is Independencia. We're looking down Independencia, looking to the west down Independencia. And as we cross the street, Independencia changes into September, 15 de Septiembre. And there's a Mexican gift shop on the corner here, and various kinds of art. And wandering along here, there's another place for artisans, artesianos. It's La Flor de la Laguna, the flower of the lagoon, or the word for laguna is lagoon. And another not sure just what, it's a cafe, Del Cafe, El Lago, or a cafe. I've never been in there. That must be a new one. New restaurants come along on a fairly frequent basis because there's so many people here and they like to eat out. And some of them make it and some of them don't. So the nice thing is they keep trying and we keep getting new ones. And of course, if they're good and the prices are reasonable, they hit it off and pretty quick. They're doing a land office business. And some of our restaurants are old restaurants that have been here a long time are still doing really good, like Tony's, for example, in San Antonio, Playa Capan, and various others in the area. Been here for many, many years. Stop and take a little bit of this mural in. It's a whole big wall of the house as we near the lake. It's got a large mural on the side of the house here, and I'm going to back around a little bit so you can see it better. And we'll pan back to the north to the mountains, and you see very much a pedestrian town. You see people walking in the street here. Streets are cobblestone and fairly narrow, so it's probably in some ways a lot easier just to walk in the street, of course, until a car comes along. And we'll turn back now. You see this mural a little better maybe. It's so large it's hard to get in the screen all in one look. And the mural continues on this way. Has kind of a perspective to it. Looks like you're looking down a village street there. And on the left is a place called Rio Art, which Rio translates river. I'm not sure why they call it Rio Art, river art, but there it is. And walking down towards the pier here in Ajijic, and there's handicrafts, so usually always handicrafts for sale. On the weekends it's a lot more. We're filming this during the week, so we're not on the weekends, so it's just not covered up with people. It'd be just too hard to film during the week to be so many people here on the weekend, especially people from Guadalajara that are called Tapatíos. And so they all like to come down and get away from the big city. It's a city of, goodness, 4.2 million people and growing, of course, all the time. And here on the corner here we have another restaurant, and it's called, let's see, what is this one? This is Maria Isabel restaurant, Maria Isabel, and they're right on the lake. And I see a couple folks out there having a late afternoon meal al fresco. And this big old tree, my goodness, this tree must be 5 stories tall. Look how big around it is. And there's a big parking lot area right here by the lake. And I'm gonna walk up the short flight of stairs here and go up towards the lake so you get a little shot of the lake before we end this video. We're coming up on, about 10 minutes, so I don't want to make it too long because it can be a little boring if these videos get too long. And I'll turn back around. It's a nice park area here alongside the lake, and places to park your car, and of course clean bathrooms and so forth. And then looking back up towards the village of Ajijic that way and over to the restaurant we just passed by, and go ahead and turning around back to the lake, and we'll walk out the lake and then call it a video. But the lake is down a little bit, but not that much. It constantly goes up and down. It's a seasonal lake. It doesn't really have much water flowing into it on a regular basis. The water primarily comes in from rains or runoff from the mountains that surround the lake, and from one river that comes in from the south side called the Lerma. So don't know how well the video is picking up the scene. I see some little dogs running down there, and a couple of Mexican ladies following the dogs and the child. So it's a nice place for families to come. Of course, it's quite busy on the weekends with the Tapatíos and people from Guadalajara coming. But during the week, we gringos get to really enjoy it to the fullest, and it's never that crowded for us. So we kind of stay home on the weekends, let Tapatíos have it. But during the week, we enjoy coming out here. A lot of people in the area get their morning exercise, walking up and down the Malecon here. It's a pretty area to walk in and exercise. And there's another one, similar, but different, in nearby in the city of Chapala. Okay, well that'll pretty much round out this little video here of the Malecon and a little part of the village of Ajijic, Mexico, in Jalisco. So that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sid, your Lake Chapala information guy and buyers only exclusive realtor looking after your best interests. All for now. Hasta luego.